But that's very much up to our players right now.
It is.
As we start things off on Romanticide LE here in the top left-hand corner map, spotting all the way in the top left-hand corner. We have the red Protoss player coming out from the land of South Korea. He is going to be representing himself and all of his viewers right now, streaming his POV. He is PartinG.
And I've asked this before, what is... Oh my. Never mind. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the South Korean Terran player representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming, DPG. It is Cure. Going for a proxy.
Oh my.
Oh my indeed. I accidentally pressed the backspace, which locked me to PartinG's vision. And then I went for minus, and it allowed me to get out of that. There we go.
Oh, life hacks.
There you go.
Minus on your keyboard, right? Not on the numpad.
Keyboard, yeah, keyboard.
Yeah, I guess numpad is part of the keyboard, but you know what I mean.
Fun fact, by default, minus on the numpad, it decreases the game speed.
It does, doesn't it?
And that has been unbound.
For good dang reason.
Exactly. Meanwhile, of course, Cure is proxying his opponent. We do have this Reaper on the way, but again, it is only a single Reaper, so it's not the biggest of deals, but it can definitely catch PartinG off guard, especially because PartinG is going for a proxy of his own.
Huh.
That's great.
This is what we want from a TvP. Especially a TvP between PartinG and Cure. Immediately the barracks gets thrown down, but this is a fake out. You're not going to want to fill that bunker with a Reaper now, will ya?
I probably will at some point, but at the moment he is in the main base. He's dealing whatever damage he can. Forces a chrono on this Adept. The Adept is not yet.
He's getting a tech lab light. Where's he getting that tech lab?
In the main.
Right in front of PartinG. He needs to be so careful not to lead these units into the barracks.
Get to the bunker, he gets in.
And this is going to distract PartinG for so long. Tech Lab has already finished up. He's going for concussive shells.
Oh, yes, he is. And PartinG has no idea. Concussive shell marauders can do a lot of damage. And as you were saying, right now, PartinG's attention is busy with this Reaper. Doesn't
suspect a thing. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, the Gateway will finish up. Wargate still a little whiles off. The Widowmine defense from Cure, though, light.
Man, Cure's fine. Cure should be absolutely fine. A single Adept or two Adepts are going to do nothing here at the wall, especially because soon there are going to be two Widowmines.
And if he can get a Liberator or something to just really seal the deal, that's all I have to say.
Exactly. You know what? The Marauders that come out, they reveal themselves.
And they already start shooting away at this mineral line. Two Marauders is enough to start one-shotting probes. No shield batteries in position. And not only do they one-shot probes, they do super well against Stalkers.
God, that they do. A third Marauder does show up. It looks like he will be able to focus on one of the Stalkers. Only one remaining.
Yeah, but the Marauders are starting to get low. Only one Marauder remaining.
Yeah, exactly.
I do like that. I do like that PartinG didn't send his Adepts in one by one, did bunch them together a little bit, so he is able to get a little bit of initiative, but mate, 10 workers have gone down. Cure is so far ahead in the economy.
Yeah, exactly. The problem is that these Marauders are not stopping. They keep coming out, and oh my god, he's gonna get the Stalker. GG!
GG! It's called. Cure takes game number 1. And I appreciate what we're seeing from our players here. Like, we were on Romanticide, you know, the macro map of the current map pool, and they said, you know what, there are other tournaments happening today. Our castles are probably strapped for time.
Solid 5
very
minute game.
Considerate of them. Yeah, very considerate of them.
Let's go. 15-minute finals.
Okay, maybe not that drastic, but
God, exactly. I mean, regardless, even if these players are ultra aggressive, like, it is possible that they're going to go back and forth in series, and we could even go straight into the ace match. It's possible.
Yeah, that's definitely the ideal coming out here. Again, that was definitely more of a Cure game than a PartinG game. What I mean by that, of course, is what do I mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
I meant we didn't see any dark shrines coming out from PartinG, so for now we're PartinG.
There you go.
As we continue our finals on Oxide LE in the top right-hand corner map, swinging all the way to the top right-hand corner, we have the red Protoss player coming out from South Korea. He is representing himself, his sponsor Corsair, and every single one of his sugar baby puppy gummy bears. He is the big boy, PartinG.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Oxide LE, currently getting proxied again. We have the South Korean Terran. He's blue, representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming. The PG, it is Cure.
Not going for a proxy of his own this time, but I still expect Cure to be very, very aggressive eventually. Does have to deal with the gateway proxy for now, but I don't know. I feel like that's definitely, it's a little bit easier for Terran to defend gateway proxies, right, than for Zerg or, God forbid, Protoss too.
I mean, it can be. At the end of the day, just like with all proxies, it all comes down to how long does it take for Cure to figure out what the hell's going on. At least he is going for an SCV Scouts. There are some players who just skip that entirely. When he does get across the map, he will realize, hey, your gateway is missing. Where is it? Will it be too late because the first Zealot is being chronoed out?
Indeed it is, and that is last case scenario. The last thing you want to see as a Terran player. Cure really needs to get a bunker out, as well as a couple of Marines. He actually skips the Reaper this time, doesn't he? He does.
Yeah.
This is worst case scenario.
Oh no, he skipped the Reaper. That means 2 Marines are going to be coming out, but a little bit late there. The Zealot does show up. He will at least be able to deny or delay the CC.
Yeah, Cure doesn't want to cancel it just
No.
The Zealot gets on top of the supply depot.
He's on top of the depot. The second Zealot is coming and he's going for a proxy Stargate.
Mate. Cure getting a little bit too ahead of himself this game, being very, very greedy.
I mean, he's continuing that CC. I don't know if he's crazy or not doing that. You know, we do have a couple of SVs pulled, a lot of lost mining time here. But again, Cure, he has no idea about that Stargate, no idea about the, I imagine, Void Ray.
It could always be an Oracle.
It could be an Oracle. He could just go straight into the mineral line.
Yeah, that will definitely have to determine. SCV is providing a good little buffer for the Marines, but one of them already going down.
Oh my, yo, he's setting up for shield batteries. He is setting up for shield batteries!
And it is Void Rays Light! PartinG is mad. He is angry with how those Marauders got into his mineral line earlier on. But funnily enough, Cure is sort of setting himself up. I think he recognizes this as a possibility. He hasn't really been able to scout the periphery of his base just yet. But he knows that this is a possibility when you get proxy gated.
Yeah, I mean, he has no idea. He's about to find out. Thankfully, he's getting a tech lab on that factory, so he can start a Cyclone as soon as that tech lab finishes.
He needs to be so careful right now. Both players, honestly, need to be super careful. The shield batteries aren't up just yet for PartinG. Now they are, but the Void Ray is very, very out of position to utilize them.
Yeah.
We'll be able to save the second base, and that is super important right now for Cure.
That it is.
Still on one base.
Immediately, we have Magfield accelerators on the way, and mate, you know what's interesting? You know what I love? We have a fleet beacon being thrown down. I think, mate, someone called Rotterdam. Are we going to see some proxy Tempest?
It's gotta be, right?
Yeah.
At this point, the bunker will go down thanks to the prismatic alignment. There's nothing keeping the Marines alive right now aside from Micro and kiting.
Oh my god, and the Void Rays, they take out the Deeper. They're going to be able to take out this reactor as well. Ooh, nice lock-on by Cure, but the lock-on was cancelled. And Fleet Beacon finishes up. Let's see. There it is, the Tempest.
Starting to come down right now. And when you have Tempest and Void Rays, they stack beautifully well.
Oh god, that
But
they do.
Actually, yeah, but actually getting a reactor on that starport, try to prioritize getting as many Vikings out as possible. Cure does have a lot of gas, though. which is
he
worrying.
doesn't. He's also supply blocked. Oh no! He just now started a depot, so he's not going to be able to utilize that starport until that depot does finish up. I'm sure he maybe hopes to lose a couple of units here and there to start those Vikings. Meanwhile, here comes the first Tempest, and now shield batteries here on the low ground.
And thinking that might be a little bit too much. Cure trying to take out the shield batteries from his high ground location, but a little bit antsy, does miss out on that.
Yeah, and the Tempests have revealed themselves. I do think that PartinG could probably be a little bit more aggressive with this Tempest. There we go. It is slowly chipping away at this bunker.
Slowly but surely, it is only a single Tempest at the moment, but a second one going to be meeting up to join them. Cure setting up all of his Cyclones. He wants to be careful. Doesn't want to lock on while they're in.
Ooh.
While they're in range of shield battery. If you can get the reactor, that's going to be absolutely massive.
Exactly. Reactor does go down. Only one Viking will finish. The Tech Lab goes down as well.
No more Cyclones going to be coming out here for Cure. And I have to ask you, like, what do you think of sending the Viking across the map to take out probes?
It's a bold move. High risk, high reward sort of thing. I just don't know if Cure would just die.
Regardless, I mean, I feel like he could send one across the map, maybe.
Yeah, I think maybe he can rely on, for now, at least these Vikings to defend, right? The problem is that, like, he has no more Viking production. And his Vikings are being camped right now. Like, things are about to get out of control.
Yeah, he really needs to get that Viking out of there before he can shoot! Sarkis getting dangerously close to the bunkers. And Cure is giving up this position now. He will retreat. Thankfully, there is a reactor available for him to land the starport on. Get a lot more Vikings out.
I love this decision making by Cure, by the way, to be able to reposition his buildings and just remake the add-on so he can continue both Viking and Cyclone production.
And he's slowly getting his army count higher and higher. PartinG is having a little bit of trouble continuing to produce right now. Again, he's basically on one base economy. So is Cure, to be fair, but it does favor the Terran player a little bit better. One of the warriors already being taken out at the cost of only a single Cyclone. Very good trait for Cure. Definitely,
definitely. I think this is getting better and better for Cure here. Like, at a certain point, it doesn't matter how many shield batteries you have. You can start just like quote-unquote one-shotting some of these Tempests. Like, the burst damage is just insane.
Absolutely. What is it? Instant damage, they call it? There's no way you can out-heal that.
Oh boy,
even
meanwhile...
two-shotting can be very, very useful at this point.
Yeah, definitely. As here we go. Ooh, Cure does force him back a little bit. Yo, but as time goes on, we have more and more Tempests.
And we talk about one-shotting, don't we, Light? But that can also apply to the Protoss player. One-shots a Viking immediately. Oh, another one almost going down. Cure running out of gas very, very quickly right now.
Yeah.
And PartinG is starting to saturate his natural base.
He is. And Starting is also starting to break through. He was able to take down the bunker. Meanwhile, Cure does push him completely out of his base. Oh my god, he's committing to this fight.
There's so many Marines and the shield batteries are out of energy here, Light. PartinG cannot retreat anymore. A lot of Vikings do go down, but the Marines are still standing strong here. And what a Temp is going to go do against Marines. They can only take them out one at a time.
I mean,
to be fair,
the problem is that
do much against them.
The problem is that these Marines don't have stim. If they did have stim, then sure, they would be able to stim, dash underneath the Tempest and focus them down. But because they can't, then the Tempest can just kite for days.
Yeah, a bit of a premature push out here coming out from Cure. He is trying to send these units across the map to get something done. Buy himself some time, yeah. Maybe get some probe damage out. He's remaking his Viking count, to be fair.
Yeah. Again, he was able to basically send these Tempests on a wild goose chase for a little bit to be able to rebuild that Cyclone and Viking count, but it looks like, PartinG, he's just far too ahead at this point.
Yeah, the shield batteries are starting to get their energy back up and running. Cure's sort of push out earlier on did get completely deflected.
Yeah, the SCVs, they try to take out the the pylon, but the SCVs are going to go down. Mate, this is a desperation move. Like, oh god.
Yeah, I feel like Cure broke out very well there.
GG.
Earlier on, GG's called. PartinG types up a series. I definitely feel like Cure's breakout was pretty huge, but definitely didn't do enough damage there. A little bit indecisive. Could have taken out the shield batteries if he so wanted to. Maybe the power the Stargate if he noticed it in time. But yeah, it was a very
Yeah,
good push out, but
yeah,
not
it was a
a
good push
permanent
out.
one.
I think if he did focus on the shield batteries, he would have lost faster. But
Or maybe
yeah,
not the shield batteries, but just the pylons.
yeah. I mean, he just didn't have enough to really get to those tempests, and that's the power of the tempests, right? Like they just have so much range. They can shoot from so far away. They are so safe and secure. Oh god, he was just in a really rough position. It was like it was looking bad for him when his add-ons were taken out. If his production wasn't like stifled like that, and if he was able to keep pumping out Vikings and Cyclones freely, I think he would have had a much better chance there. But again, his production was halted. He had to lift things up. He had to rebuild add-ons. GG.
GG indeed. As we continue our series on Jagannatha LE, we're in the top right-hand corner map, spawning all the way into top right-hand corner. We have the red Protoss player coming down for the land of South Korea. He is going to be representing himself and every single one of his sugar puppy baby bears. He is the big boy, PartinG.
Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Jagannatha LE, we have the South Korean Terran player. He is blue, representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming. It is Cure. Once again, going for the proxy.
Why not?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure Cure's a little bit upset about that last game. He was like, oh god, like goddamn proxy Stargate with Void Rays and Tempest.
I'm loving it, honestly, Light. I'm feeling all the emotions come out in this series.
Mm-hmm.
The cheekiness of both players at game number 1, the rage from PartinG in game number 2, and now the offense from Cure in game number 3. They do say that sometimes StarCraft, at least the builds you go for,
I got spotted.
Emotional expression, but man, does get spotted. The SCV goes down. Barracks does hurt a shot, but without the SCV to follow up, and without
mate,
and I mean just being able to see that, right, and
mate,
being able to defend against it is absolutely massive right now for Cure.
1 second faster, and PartinG would have actually just denied that Rax. Like Cure is so lucky.
Yeah.
he is so lucky that the Rax was actually able to finish. Jesus Christ! So thankfully, the Reaper will be coming out.
Super lucky that the SCV just repositioned in a split second that didn't save its life, but let it continue living and building for a second longer.
It feels bad, man, when you're literally dying and like your commanding officer is like, mate, you keep working. You just put your back into it. Get this done, even if it costs you your life.
Look, it's for the greater whatchamacallit.
The greater cause?
The greater cure, yeah.
The greater cure? The greater dragon?
The greater Phoenix?
Oh, God.
The greater game? The good game? Gaming?
That's a different team.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
God.
two Reapers can get a lot done here when it comes to probe kills. The Stalker is going to be tricky to maneuver around. But already getting 3 probes, that's not too bad for PartinG, I'm sure. Or for Cure, rather. Sure, he was getting very desperate there once his proxy gets scouted.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, at least these Reapers have honestly been able to deal some damage. Reapers do come back home. Meanwhile, PartinG, he's being a little bit annoying himself. He has some high ground vision with this pylon. It's going to have to go down. And things are kind of normalizing. As aggressive as they were to begin with, like, yeah, we're backing off.
Yeah. National base is finally being started here for Cure. Eventually going to be landing that. Meanwhile, try to go for a bit of a mine drop here. Again, he did a decent amount of damage with his initial Reapers, but it's a 2-base Protoss player. That damage is very negligible with Chrono Boost.
Exactly. And the other difficult thing is that I believe if I quickly check PartinG, he saw the opener. I don't think he saw the Widowmines pop out with the pylon. I'm not 100% sure on that.
One.
Okay. He saw one, so he should.
But he may think it was just for safety, question mark.
It's possible. It's definitely possible. I mean, what do we have here at home to defend? We have 2 Stalkers, and they're at the natural, not in the main.
Oh no. It's actually very worrisome right now for PartinG.
Yeah. I mean, this drop can do a lot of damage here if he does dive into the main base. Oh god, and there's a lot of actually like dead space here. Like PartinG just does not have vision.
None at all. He boosts forward. What's the reaction light? None so far. Not so far. Nothing. There we go.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Actually, a whole lot more damage than I think Cure should have really been able to get away with. The Reapers and Hellions in the natural base as well, contributing to that. Once again, just keeping PartinG low. Super, super important for him right now as he builds up to his +1 timing. Well, I say +1 timing, but he hasn't gotten an energy bay yet. He is going for a timing push regardless, so.
He definitely is. Oh boy. And we'll see what Cure's follow-up is from here. Honestly, a lot of damage so far. Again, really impressive that he was able to keep all 3 Widowmines alive. Yo, he's going back in. He's going
right back in. What's the reaction this time? Light a little bit later, but just enough to back away. He's keeping the Widowmines alive again, or at least some of them.
God, exactly. Oh god, Widowmines do get cleaned up, or one of them gets cleaned up. The other 2 manage to escape just barely. PartinG, mate, he's kind of falling apart here.
A little bit, yeah. Never want to be behind on workers against a Terran player. Especially when they start muling like this. Look at that income advantage. Jeez.
Yeah, exactly. It is far in Cure's favor. Jesus Christ. And he's he's working on his next push, right? We have a 3rd tank on the way. We've got Ravens for interference matrix, or for disables, or the same thing, for anti-armor missiles, for auto turrets. Like, god, he's looking so good right now, and PartinG is like struggling to stand.
Get anything, yeah. He's like trying to stand up, and Cure is just continuing to knock him down. Not even applying too much pressure. He's just literally just keeping his hand on his chest.
Oh my god, and he also scans as well. He sees the robotics bay that's on the way, so he knows that there's going to be Colossus. Because it's PartinG, it may even be Colossus drop. Like, PartinG barely, like, look at the army supply. Like, he barely has anything right now. Like, oh my god.
I do not see PartinG catching up on that anytime soon. Cure continuing to produce more and more here. His stim is already 1/3 completed. It's looking terrifying. He should be getting a couple of Marauders. There we go. Marauders just to tank any potential Colossus damage later on.
Speaking of, I feel like if you're going for a Hail Mary play, it's got to be Disruptor, right? No, never mind. I don't know if Colossus is going to be enough here.
Well, I think it's a little bit more reliable when it comes to damage. If PartinG is able to target fire the Marines as best he can, then this is going to be the play. But it's Cure we're talking about. He is a Terran player who will pre-split so well. Make sure his Marauders are in position wherever he needs them to be, but not in the main base right now.
Nicely done here by PartinG. He does blink in. He does deny combat shields. And again, he keeps Cure busy at home. Cure wanted to push out.
This is the type of engagement that PartinG needs more than anything else, but it's not a lot of stalkers here. Like, a couple of tanks are being kept over in the main base.
Yeah.
Once Cure's able to deal with the stalkers, they're going to be meeting the army across the map.
Well, like, this is already a win for PartinG. Like, the fact that Cure had to, like, keep his tanks at home, again, slowing him down, that's all PartinG wants to do right now. Picks off a Widowmine. Yo, can he pick off the tanks? Yo, no!
He's super exposed right now! But a stim on top of this army will keep the tanks alive, but as he was saying, just keeps some very key reinforcements back. Thankfully for Cure, he does have a Raven that's full of energy, so the Colossus is not going to be able to get too much over here. There's not much of a buffer for it regardless. Sims right on top of the army, or on top of the Colossus, takes it out. GG is called. Cure taking game number 3 on now a match point. And Light, I want to point this out. It's 15 minutes till OCE. If Cure just takes one more win.
Let's go, Cure, let's go! Thank you so much, Eurystheus, for the raid. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I was cheering for you in the NA closed qualifiers this morning or earlier today for you. Bit of a shame that you didn't make it through, but very impressive that you did make it to the closed qualifiers. Best of luck next season. Know you can do well. And
it is still only summer.
True.
Autumn/fall and winter is going to come up. Plenty of opportunities this year.
Exactly. Oh boy. And for those wondering, yes, we are in the grand finals of ESL Open Cup number 71 Asia. Right now, Cure is leading the series. He only needs one more win, and the reason why we are hoping for that is because in 15 minutes we have another tournament to cast.
That we do.
Yes.
We're not even gonna have an outro for this cast, are we?
Probably not. When it comes to this game, if PartinG does win, I will most likely raid another caster to finish off this tournament, while I end the stream and remake and get ready to go into the DreamHack Oceanic closed qualifier. That's probably what I'll do.
Yeah, it takes a quick second to set up the assets and what have you, or set up the scenes and whatnot, but we'll see if that comes into play or if that's something we have to worry about, as we are now on Lightshade LE, potentially the last map of the tournament. Here in the top left-hand corner map, starting all the way to the top left-hand corner, we have the red Protoss player coming out from South Korea. He is going to be representing himself, his sponsor Corsair, and his viewers, the Sugar Puppy Baby Bears. We have the big boy himself, PartinG.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the South Korean Terran player. He's blue, representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming. DPG, it is Cure. And I want to apologize and also exclamation mark Funada Touch in the chat. Touch is like, ooh, I'm learning a lot from Cure. It's like, no, stop. Stop it, Touch. Oh god, Cure is just doing nothing but cheese.
Just writing down his notes right here. Okay. So I can tech lab in their base.
Yeah, that's what he typed it on that during that Romanticide game. He's like, oh, I'm learning a lot here. It's like, god damn it.
Not sure if that's what you want to be learning. I mean, Cure, of course, he is the mayor of Six City, but I don't know if you want to get your hands that dirty. Touch.
Oh boy. Be careful what you touch, man.
Don't want to get a disease.
Yeah. Surprising here on Lightshade, things are looking pretty normal. No proxies from either player. Or maybe I spoke too soon. Starport?
Potentially.
Oh, nice.
Actually, does he have the factory yet? Oh, he's just okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just scatting. He's just scatting.
But it's not too late to get a proxy factory, Cure.
It's not.
Okay, he's getting the factory back home. It's not too late to get a proxy starport, Cure.
Something else that's interesting is that Cure, he did skip his Reaper. He did go straight into Reactor, straight into Marines.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Which, this does make me suspect that Cure is going to be very, very aggressive. Going to be going for a bit of an earlier push here. There's plenty of options ahead of him. You know, Stimless with tanks and Banshees, Stim with tanks and no Banshees. Might even go for a very early Marine tank push in Medivacs, but we'll see.
Oh yeah. We shall see as the Marines, will they do start to set back? Nicely done. He does shut the door in the face of that Shade. He's able to kill the Adept and should be able to take down this Zealot without too much problems.
Yeah, really able to just kite the units that he needed to.
Mate.
He actually goes in. Sees the early Twilight Council.
That 3-minute SCV scout, the big brain play. He sees the Twilight Council. He scouts even without the Reaper. Mate, who needs a Reaper?
Not Cure, apparently.
No, apparently.
And in fact, if you're Cure, you probably don't want a Reaper because that's antithetical.
I guess it is.
See the Dark Shrine, though.
That's the scary part. Like, he saw the Twilight Council. That does mean that he knows that a Dark Shrine is a possibility, right? The problem is that, again, Twilight Councils are very common in this matchup, going for Blink Stalkers. It's very common. One of the most standard things that you can do. DTs, not so much.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be at the back of his mind right now for Cure. As a possibility, he knows exactly who he's up against as well, so probably gonna be extra cautious. Decent timing on the Marines, is able to take out one of the Stalkers, but Shield Battery finishes up. Not much more Cure could do with the Marines. Bit of a curious maneuver here for Cure.
Yeah, exactly. Oh boy, the problem is that, like, he just still hasn't seen the Dark Shrine. He has no idea. Thankfully, Engineering Bay is on the way. He, of course, has orbitals, so he can try and use some scans whenever he needs to, but that War Prism is going across the map.
It is Cure saving a scan right now, and PartinG, he's doing the thing where he doesn't go directly into the main base, he's just warping in here, and he's going to be splitting up his DTs. Again, only one scan available to Cure right now.
Exactly.
Oh, but full wall off, but natural.
Yeah, exactly. There is a full wall off, so the Dark Shrine will have to swipe away at the depots. Meanwhile, two DTs do sneak into the main base. They get scanned!
Immediately Cure sees it. He's taking this a lot more seriously this time. Missile turrets coming up left and right. These DTs ain't gonna get much damage done.
God, exactly. 0 damage done so far. Only forced to use a scan and forced to build down or throw down missile turrets. So PartinG takes a third.
Alright, getting to the next phase of the game. A phase that's gonna involve Colossus and Charge.
That it is, and ooh, bold move, Cure, as he is moving out across the map with his tanks, with his Marines. Obviously, he should be banking up some energy for those scans. Stim is going to finish by the time he gets across the map. +1, not so much.
What happened to Medvax, too?
Yeah. Again, bold move.
Yeah.
Oh boy. But you know what?
Let's see how bold it is.
Oh god, exactly. Already the Archon dealing a lot of damage to these Marines. And Stim isn't done.
Unable to really siege up yet. Stim is not done. Very questionable push out, I gotta say, for Cure, but I mean, he is taking out the Archons. One of the Archons, anyway.
Yeah, the other Archon is low. It looks like the shield battery will finish up, and the Nexus will finish up, which means Overcharge is available. We do have a couple of reinforcements, and Stim has completed. DT.
Dark Shrine here. Or DT, rather, yeah. There's a battery overcharge being popped a little bit prematurely, I gotta say. Not utilizing it to keep the Nexus up and running, but now he's coming in. But is it too late? The Archon tries to drop on top of the tanks, but there is enough bio here to keep it away. Cure really getting away with the army supply right now. He is starting to boost a couple of medevacs across the map.
Does he have a scan? Oh.
I don't think he does quite yet.
Oh god, the DT.
But it doesn't matter.
I mean, it's dealing a lot of damage here. He has to be careful not to lose these tanks. He was able to take down that third, which is big.
It's actually massive. Tanks are in a lot of trouble right now, and that is the unit you want to keep alive, especially when the Colossus gets out. Secure gonna be retreating. He knows he can't get much done. He is content with the damage he has dealt. He really needs to really fortify himself.
I was gonna say, is he content? Like, we have a Colossus, we've got Archons, we've got Charge Lots. Yo, PartinG, he wants to just elevate her up into the main. Oh. Yo, that Colossus takes a lot of damage.
It does take a lot of damage. He knew this was the only way for the Colossus to get through. So he positioned the tanks where the Colossus would be very vulnerable.
And PartinG playing this like a Zerg, I should say, double expanding.
Yeah, he knows how much damage has been dealt, so he needs to be able to equalize on that. The turret is getting very exposed. But Cure only gets away with 2 SCV kills. And our game is going to evolve. Who would have thought Lightshade was going to be the map we get our economic game on? Cure going for a couple of drops around. Just setting up for his follow-up push here. +1 armor is on the way.
Yeah, exactly. The drop does land in the main base. Who he does scan, he will be able to take down this DT. Oh god.
Just like so. Makes it out here with most of his bio army.
Oh yeah, he does. As actually he actually does take down one of the Archons. Wow.
Surprisingly. And he's just keeping his drops here being very, very threatening right now. Make sure that PartinG won't have much of a map presence. I believe PartinG only has 1 Colossus and 1 Disruptor. No, he has 3 Colossus and 0 Disruptors, so pretty well done.
Yeah, that he does. Oh boy. And PartinG was able to get away with his bases. You know, he got his 3rd up, he got his 4th up. There is a massive push coming out here from Cure, but oh my god, these DCs have just been so annoying.
Very, very annoying. I'm hoping there's still a couple scans available left for Cure. Not quite yet.
Oh, not quite yet. The DTs actually hit. Oh god, they do hit one of the newest bases, the 3rd base of Cure, forces to use the scan.
Force to land the Vikings as well. Really wants this across the map right now to deal with the Warp Prism and with the Colossus, but they just aren't around right now. What is coming? Okay, the Medivacs. Thought for a second it would be Warp Prism something. The Warp Prism is super exposed. Bakir's unable to really get on top of that. There are so many tanks out here right now, like though, and he is target firing the Colossus with them as best he can. A lot of tanks do go down, but so does the buffer.
Oh, that is.
PartinG.
Meanwhile, at the same time, the DTs are back, but this time there is a missile target. It looks like Cure will be able to defend at home. And now he can focus all of his efforts here across the map. There are still 3 Colossus. He does have a couple of Vikings, a decent amount of tanks.
And again, just try to target fire the Colossus. He can't. They're getting very low. One of them going down. No shield batteries in position right now. Actually, there is one behind the mineral line.
Mate, I'm shook.
But still gonna be very, very desperate.
I'm shook. There's only 1 shield battery, mate. 1. What? Are you crazy, PartinG? Oh my god. To be fair, Cure is kind of running out of steam. He does opt to land the Vikings here. Interesting.
Well, it's 1 shield battery per Colossus, right?
Uh-huh.
As PartinG only has 1 at the moment.
Yeah, oh my god, Cure is investing a lot in this, and he just doesn't have that much bio left.
Yeah, I feel like it might be for the best if Cure repositions, but yo, once again, like the target firing coming out from Cure takes out the Colossus again.
Oh my god, that
and
he does.
A little bit, but look at how many reinforcements he has. The tanks are still standing. It is mostly a stalker army for PartinG at the moment, and this is exactly what you want when you're going for tanks as a Terror player.
Yeah, exactly. And now, like, there is a disruptor, but ooh, the disruptor does get picked up by the Warp Prism. The shot has still to go. So he starts going for it.
It's actually in cooldown right now, yeah.
Oh my god.
Going straight for it. And Cure going straight for it as well. Battery overcharge does get pulled. I fear there's just way too much battery out right now for Cure. PartinG trying to go for a bit of a flank, but the tanks were enough to deal with that. Purification Nova not getting too much done over here.
Yeah, but you know what? A pretty juicy shot there, actually. I believe 3 Marauders were taken out. Oh, forced to use another scan, another DT, trying to go for a wraparound, trying to go for that weakened tank.
He might be able to get it. He is keeping his DT hidden so well. There are still a couple of scans available right now for Cure.
Oh my god, mate, that DT kills 1 tank, kills 2 tanks.
But 2 tanks still stand though, like the Liberators are starting to come in. And the zoning potential for Cure right now is insane.
Oh my god, exactly. Meanwhile, the disruptor shots go off. Oh, they do get some juicy connections, but mate, it is not enough. There is not enough to protect these disruptors. There are only stalkers remaining and DTs. Mate, scan, can he scan? He scans.
Scan, and it is 81 army supply versus 22 right now. I do not see PartinG turning this around, even with the most perfect Purification Novas in the world. Cure, he's unstoppable. He's a train of bio coming across the map. GG is called, and Cure will win ESL Open Cup Asia Division number 71 just in time for the Quals qualifiers, literally a minute away. GG, well played coming out for Cure.
GG, well played. Congratulations, Cure. That was an intense series. I thought we may not even be able to cover the entire thing. Oh my god. Congratulations. PartinG put up a very good fight, but Cure was just so aggressive in so many different ways, with constant proxies, with his strong pushes, just throughout the entire series.
I was definitely nervous sweating after the initial push out got defended by PartinG. but we were able to get the entirety of ESL Open Cup Asia. Oh boy.
Yeah, GG, well played. Congratulations, Cure. He is our champion. Oh, it's been a while. We've had a lot of Zerg champions, you know, Solar, Dark, and I believe one other recently. But yeah, it's kind of been dominated by Zergs. Rogue, yes, that was another.
Dongregu won last week.
Yep, that's it, Dongregu. So yeah, finally we have another Terran champion, and my oh my, they were able to end it just in time. For those wondering, we will be moving straight on to DreamHack Oceania closed qualifiers. I already said it in the chat. We will be starting off with Mio Micah versus Piglets, another ZVT.
I think that's what the fans wanted, and it's honestly what I wanted.
Definitely,
so
definitely.
TvP coming out here. Piglet's very unique style. Mio Micah's very unique life. Brain.
exactly. Oh my god. So we will have to end the stream because the scene collection for DreamHack is completely different to the one for ESL Asia. So thank you so much everyone for tuning in. We'll be back in 2 minutes since we have to wait for the stream to end and then bring it back, and we will be back with Mio Micah versus Piglets.
Let's go. See you guys then.